Hello, and thanks for joining me on this guided inner journey. And the intention of these is to have a conversation with your subconscious mind through a story, through symbols. And it's very important that you use your intuition and we adopt a mindset of just going with it. So there'll be several points in the story where you're co-creating and you'll be prompted to come up with the first thing that jumps into your mind. And don't overthink it when these moments come. Just be sure to whatever pops up in your mind, even if it's surprising to you, even if it's not what you want. Don't try to force anything, and perhaps it'll make sense at the end when everything comes to a close. So get completely comfortable and close your eyes. And take a slow breath in through the nose. And a slow exhale out. Slow breath in. And over your out breath, relax the body. All the muscles, just letting go of any tension. A slow breath in. And over your out breath, let the mind grow very quiet. We don't want the conscious brain stepping in here. Allow the world around you to grow peaceful. And we'll begin using your imagination. So as we cross over into building this narrative together, it's important that you don't feel bad about what comes up in your mind or how you use your imagination. It's different for everybody. You may get strong visuals, you may get no visuals at all, you may get something more like feelings or impressions. Just take this experience for what it is and try to learn something maybe that you didn't know about yourself before we began. All right, we'll begin this visualization. Feel yourself standing at the top of a staircase. So create a staircase going down in your mind. And just imagine it can be as simple or as lavish as you wish. And take the first step down that staircase and really put yourself in the scene. Feel what it feels like to descend slowly, one step at a time. The feeling of the banister under your hand. The feeling of each step. The feeling of your muscles engage as you slowly go down. With each step, the sounds of your ordinary life grow more distant. Feel the air change. See the light change in your mind, and feel your internal state begin to change as well. By the time you reach the bottom of the stairs, you feel suspended between worlds, and you see a door. Place your hand upon the handle and open it. You find yourself standing before the gates of an immense medieval city. Now imagine this city now in your mind, however it appears to you. Ancient stone walls stretching impossibly high into the sky. Banners rippling in the wind. The smell of smoke, leather, cooking fires drift through the air. And the city feels old, but powerful and alive. 2 guards stand before the gate. They cross their spears and block your path. Their eyes study you carefully. They tell you you are not expected here, and you don't belong here. Then suddenly, a familiar voice calls from above, and you look up. Standing atop the parapet is your friend, the page. Envision this friend now. It can be an imagined figure, it can be a friend from your real life. But imagine a silly, not so serious friend waving at you enthusiastically. Before anyone can object, your friend disappears from sight and comes racing down the stone stairway. All energy, all excitement, he grabs your arm. "I found you. I've been looking everywhere." The guards reluctantly step aside, the gates open, and the city welcomes you. As you walk beside the page through the winding streets of the city, he speaks to you excitedly. Eventually he stops, and he grows almost serious. He says he has a message specifically for you, a message he has carried a long way. Turn to him and listen carefully. What is his message? Allow whatever arises to arise. Trust the first thing that comes to your mind. Your friend, the page, smiles, then guides you down a narrow alley. There, hidden behind larger buildings, stands a simple wooden door with no markings. He opens it, and you step through. Immediately you find yourself standing inside a magician's workshop. The room is crowded with strange and wonderful objects. Ancient books, maps, compasses, jewels, musical instruments, weapons, and tools. Artifacts whose purpose cannot be guessed. Everything seems charged with a special significance. At the center of the room stands the magician. Imagine him now. He's watching you silently as you explore the shop. Something in this room calls to you. Walk over to it. One object, instrument, or tool that you know instinctively belongs to you. Take your time going through the shop and find it. And when you found it, pick it up. Feel its weight, its texture, and feel its personal meaning to you. The magician smiles. Of course you chose that one. You ask its price, and the magician laughs softly. That one has always been yours. There will be no charge. You leave the workshop carrying your treasure through the door, but the moment you step outside, a roar erupts from a crowd. People line the streets, hundreds, perhaps thousands. They cheer, they clap, and they call your name. They raise banners in your honor, and you are stunned. They know who you are. They have been waiting for you. One voice rises above the rest, then another. Soon the entire crowd is praising you for something. What is it they are celebrating? What is the first thing that comes to mind? What are they celebrating about you? Receive this. Do not argue. Do not dismiss it. Allow yourself to hear what they see in you. Eventually, the page finds your arm and guides you onward, away from the celebration and the noise. As you leave the crowd behind, a familiar figure appears, the magician. He's caught up to you and gestures toward the object in your hand. That tool brought you here, he says, but where you are going next requires something else. He reaches into his robes and offers you a new object. What does the magician give you now? The first thing that pops to mind, just go with it, accept it. The magician nods, finally satisfied, then vanishes back into the city. You continue onward with the page, and together you approach a royal castle. Imagine it now in your mind. Its towers disappear into the clouds. You walk up to the front gates, and they open for you. Inside is a corridor unlike any you have ever seen. The hallway stretches impossibly far, and as you walk, seasons change around you. Spring blossoms emerge and disappear. Summer sunlight pours through the windows. Autumn leaves drift across the floor. Winter frost forms upon the walls. And as you walk, these cycles persist again and again. Everything changing, everything moving, everything transforming. Yet one thing you notice about the hall remains constant. One thing is never changing, and what is that thing? Just take note of the first thing that comes to your mind and continue walking, where at last you reach enormous doors and they open. Beyond them sits the Queen of Truth. The moment her eyes meet yours, every mask falls away. Every excuse, every performance, every story. You stand before her exactly as you are, nothing hidden. The Queen studies you not with judgment, but with perfect clarity. And she asks, what truth have you refused to admit, even to yourself? The first thing that comes to mind, speak it now to the Queen, and allow the truth to be heard. The Queen's expression softens. A faint smile appears and she nods. For the first time you feel completely seen. Good, she says, you may pass. A hidden door opens behind her throne and you walk through. Beyond lies a suite of chambers designed specifically for you. A place no one else could inhabit. A place built perfectly for your nature, your gifts, your purpose. Imagine it now, what this room looks like. You set down your tools. You look around and suddenly you understand. The work that has been calling you all this time becomes clear. Not a job, not a task, but a calling. And what is that work? The first thing that pops to your mind is especially significant here. Explore your chambers. Notice every detail. Place yourself in that room. Notice how it feels to finally arrive at this realization. And remain here for as long as you wish. And when you're ready to return, carry the message, the tools, your truth, and your calling back with you. Feel your breath. Feel your body. Feel the surface beneath you. And when the time is right, open your eyes.